To me, Gnosticism, which comes from gnosis, which comes from knowing and experience and observation over faith-based things. It's more of an aesthetic of being than you could call it a ideology. Even though, in a way, I suppose it is ideology. But what brought me to that more so was I came out of a very fundamentalist religious background, and that really messed with me because I was imprinted with the ultimatum of, heaven and hell and all-loving God, and things just weren't adding up. And so I dug deeper into truth, or whatever truth is, to what the origins of us are and what we're doing here and who we are. So I read the books of the Bible that aren't considered parts of the Bible, like that aren't in the canon of Scripture, like the Gospel of Mary Magdalene and the Gospel of Thomas and these other books and teachings people wrote down. And I mean, it is hard to know how credible any of them are, but I like to take them at face value and for what they say and like the content they have within them to determine like how much they are aligning with this world and like kind of the way things go here. And so my aesthetic became experience and the felt presence of being, like observing how it is to feel and how it is to experience going through a certain dynamic. And I was really also into Terence McKenna, who had this notion from David Whitehead, which was about the felt presence of experience. And Terence McKenna also talked about partnership society versus dominator society, which really was parallel with two different things happening here between us, and then also a hierarchy, but also a synergy in the coalescence of people working together where the whole is greater than just the sum of its parts. So that was kind of a game changer for me, because Gnosticism described the God of the Bible kind of from just an objective viewpoint of him saying, like, I am the only God. I'm talking about the Old Testament. He says, I am the only God, and I am a jealous God. It's like, what is he jealous of if he's the only one? And Christians will rationalize that, the fundamentalist ones will rationalize that with, well, he just meant, like, passionately in love. Well, it's like, no, he actually meant, like, jealous. Like, he got upset if they worshipped idols. It's like, that is something that is indicative of insecurity. Like, that you demand utter loyalty and have punishment for bad things and reward for good things. And Gnosticism kind of just portrays all of it. And when you read those other texts, you realize how much the Bible cut out to make God, and even Jesus, who a lot think is also God, out to be not what the Christians deem as pure or righteous. And I'm not saying Jesus sinned. I don't know. I don't believe one way or the other, because I haven't met the guy. Like, I haven't talked to him, so I don't want to make any assumptions. And you know, like those other texts say that he married Mary Magdalene and had kids. He doesn't talk a whole lot about them, and I'm honestly a little fuzzy in my memory on exactly what those passages were, because a lot of it is esoteric and a little cryptic, and a little bit like a lot of the books of the Bible that are also the same way. So I found peace in not knowing, and I found peace more in just the honesty of admitting I don't know. Admitting my naivety, because it's just the truth. Like, I really don't know, and to make assumptions on things gives away our power to those ideologies to dictate how our life should go, what's good and bad, right and wrong. And we enforce those beliefs, and then they kind of, in a little bit of a way, become a reality, because that's like the consciousness, that's the consensus consciousness for a certain group. I'm not sure how much consensus consciousness works, or how like the felt presence of the consequences when you do something that's like socially unacceptable, like you have emotional consequences. That's something AI could never understand. But I often wonder if that is based on the consensus consciousness. Anyway, just a thought.